of the NHL. On the 23rd, Ben Scrivens makes his 23rd start of the season. He faces the Coyotes for the 7th time in his career and 4th time this year. And at the other end, it's Devin Dubnyk. He came on in relief of Mike Smith last night in Vancouver, gave up 3 goals on 29 shots in a 7-1 loss. It was Arizona's 3rd straight loss on the road. The Oilers are hoping to make it 4 here tonight and get a win for Todd Nelson.
Todd Nelson talking today about what he hopes for his team, what he wants them to do, doing. The one thing he keeps talking about, though, you got to keep focused on the task, the next task at hand, and he knows that one game can turn things around, especially the mood in the locker room.
Top line gets the start, as you might expect. The start for Schultz and Hunt on the blue line against Antoine Vermette, the veteran Shane Doan, and Bodker, McCulloch, and Ekman Larson are on the blue line to start for the Coyotes. Losing his stick to Shane Doan, comes all the way back to the blue line. Opportunity right in front for Vermette, but he lost an edge. Agent Hopkins. Pass for Herschel gets by him. Keith Yandel will go and pick it up. Yandel leads the team in assists and points. Stone fires the puck around the board. Schultz waiting for it there. Chipchura in the corner. Chipchura along with Moss and Reeder. Tobias Reeder switching with Martin Erat. The game last night for their lines as Chipchura gets it back to Yandel at the point. Throws a shot towards the net. It went off. Boyd Gordon. Moss works it out from the corner. Plays it back to the point. Stone steps into a shot, and that one whistles wide.
Traffic in front of the Coyotes.
Eberle, backhand. In pursuit. David Perron gets double teamed as the puck scores 3. That is picked up by Keith Yandel. Yandel playing in his 419th straight game.
Leads the Coyotes in scoring this year. That shows you that the Coyotes need some scoring from the front forwards.
Taylor Hall leads the Oilers in goals. He's got 10. Sam Gagner from Martin Erat along with Hansel. This is Gagner. Sharp angle shot. And he somehow put that one in. Sam Gagner. Martin leads the Oilers in goals.
The Coyotes need some scoring from the front forwards.
Taylor Hall leads the Oilers in goals. He's got 10. Sam Gagner from Martin Erat. The Oilers in goals. He's got 10. Sam Gagner from Martin Erat along with Hansel. This is Gagner. Sharp angle shot. And he somehow put that one in. Sam Gagner from Martin Erat along with Hansel. And Sam Gagner. And the Oilers are down 1. Here's Spain with a shot that goes wide. Flipbaum trying to keep it in against Gagner. It comes to Erat. Drops it for Gagner. Joining the rush is Ekman Larson, but it's Gagner with a shot. Big rebound to the corner. Ekman Larson plays it behind the net for Erat. Erat throws it right out in front. Stick saved by Scrivens. Ekman Larson another shot. Scrivens to save. Pushed back to the point. Connor Murphy chops at it. The puck goes straight up in the air. And picked up now by Flipbaum.
You got to think this is exactly the start the Coyotes wanted after last night's slugging against the Vancouver Canucks.
Second time they have given up 7 goals in a game. Leon Draisaitl back in the lineup. He gets a shot, and Devin Dubnyk makes his first save.
Let's go back and look at the goal one more time.
His first save. Makes his first save.
Let's go back and look at the goal one more time. I like the fact that Gagner drives wide with speed. I like the fact you get guys going the net. I don't like how the puck goes in. This just cannot go in if you're Ben Scrivens. The Oilers coaches are giving Ben Scrivens the job. They basically said, you're the number 1 guy. The number 1 guys can't let that puck in.
Draisaitl wins the draw.
Puck goes in.
Goals in a game. Leon Draisaitl back in the lineup. He gets a shot, and Devin Dubnyk makes his first save.
Let's go back and look at the goal one more time. I like the fact that Gagner drives wide with speed. I like the fact you get guys going the net. I don't like how the puck goes in. This just cannot go in if you're Ben Scrivens. The Oilers coaches have given Ben Scrivens the job. They basically said, you're the number 1 guy. Number 1 guys can't let that puck in.
Draisaitl wins the draw. Hunt with a shot steered aside by Devin Dubnyk. Hunt again at the point. Lines. Fires another blast. Big Yakupov. From Dean. Part of the fourth line with Joe Vitale and Brandon McMillan. This is Crombie at the blue line. He will get to Murphy. Tries to get it towards the net. Blocked by Yakupov. Yakupov plays it to the corner. Joe Vitale stops it. Crombie going after it against Schultz and Draisaitl. Picked up now and always sent out by Hunt. Tyler Pitlick bounces that one in, and then he's going to head to the bench. The Oilers won't see action again until Saturday, when we'll be in Calgary. Arizona will be at home to Anaheim after the Christmas break. Doan's centering pass is picked off. He gets it back again. Shane Doan plays it off the end boards. Phil Butler, along with Antoine Vermette, tied up Ferris. The puck does score free, and it's Nugent Hopkins who came in to help out. Purcell to Hall. Hall backhands it slowly. Dubnyk stops it, and then he's going to play it himself, and he gets it to Shane Doan. Doan works it around the boards, but he can't get it by Ferris. Shoots it right back in. Hall will pick it up on the far side. And a Hall, a backhand. Yandel intercepts and throws it to an open wing. Arizona 4-6 on their last 10 trips out of the desert. This is game 3 of a 3-game road trip. Mikel Butler throws it slowly in. Scriven stops it. Around the boards, but Gagne is there to pick it off. Petrie has some room, and he will get the puck out by flipping it high and down the ice. And that's going to come back on an icing call. Keys to the game are brought to you by Ford, official automotive partner of the Edmonton Oilers.
Something Todd Nelson has been talking about and showing on the ice in practices. He wants his team to play an up-tempo game from the start of the game till the end of it. I'm not sure he's got that yet. And for the Arizona Coyotes, you saw it for Dave Tippett's team. They get that 5-man forecheck going. The defense gets up. They hem teams in. Think about the second period in the desert when the Oilers were in Glendale last. It was awesome to watch. Everybody working together on that forecheck.
Martin Hansel won that draw. Murphy tipped in. Erat at the top.
Forecheck. Glendale last. It was awesome to watch.
He will get the puck out by flipping it high and down the ice. And that's going to come. He will get the fuel. Has some room. He will get the puck out by flipping it high and down the ice. And that's going to come back.
He scores! Todd Muir! 20 goals in the season! And what a play by Greg Kadua. 36 points for number 36.
Another turnover. Tyler Pitlick takes advantage. This is almost a read by something Todd Nelson has been talking about and showing on the ice in practices. He wants his team to play a tempo game from the start of the game till the end of it. I'm not sure he's got that yet. And for the Arizona Coyotes, you saw it for Dave Tippett's team. They get that 5-man forecheck going. The defense gets up. They hem teams in. Think about the second period in the desert.
Disappointing start. This one goes right underneath. He overplayed it to the outside and he found room underneath.
Check everybody elbow.
Tyler Pitlick's been a 5-year pro, and just about every time he gets close to being a regular, he's been hurt. And he's in this opening night lineup, gets a goal.
Don't you think it's because of injury that he's in as well and taking advantage of
goals on 2.
And two bench, let it go by you. Right there, Didn't do Ben Scrivens any favors.
2 points on the night for Martin Erat. And Reader get the helpers 5 minutes in. And Victor Foss.
200% pretty score.
Chipchura turned aside, leaving Perron, steps away. Perron backhands it in. And leads offside.
Let's go back to the goal again because there's more happening on that. Martin Erat with the deflection. Check it out. Martin Erat gets his stick on it and drops between the legs of Oscar Klefbom and goes in. You'll see a great look at it right here. Wrister to the net. There it drops down, goes between the legs. Ben Scrivens sees nothing but 84 blue in front of him. And the Coyotes get off to the start that they desperately wanted.
2000.
The Oilers, not so much.
0% pretty score.
Trying to prevent the sweep at the hands of the Coyotes, a division opponent. And this is the last game in the season series.
Well, last game, John Shannon talked about bounce back. Yeah, teams, good teams, especially the Oilers now with the way that things have gone. Hold on for a minute.
Nugent Hopkins works it towards the net. Dubnik covers up as Hall flies through. 2-0 lead for the Coyotes. Oilers hockey right here. 2-0 lead for the Coyotes. Rogers Oilers hockey right here from Rogers Place.
It was a mere number of days before Sam Gagner was married that he was also traded. Now, we previously introduced you last year to his fiancée, now wife, Rachel Linke. Rachel is a doctor. She's on a one-year residency, so the two have been separated this entire season. But when the Coyotes go home after this game, Sam will stay in Edmonton for the holidays, as it's his turn to make a house call.
Well done, Gene.
There go Gino.
That's a good one.
Schultz. His shot is blocked. Luke Gazdic in front. Luke Gazdic playing because Matt Henrich is not feeling well. So Henrich out of the lineup. Gazdic getting an opportunity. Shot is blocked. Luke Gazdic in front. Luke Gazdic playing because Matt Henrich is not feeling well. So Henrich out of the lineup. Gazdic getting an opportunity. Score. His shot is blocked. Luke Gazdic in front. Luke Gazdic playing because Matt Henrich is not feeling well. And that's offside.
Getting left the ice. Let's go back to the goal again because there's more happening on that. Marty Erat with the deflection. Check it out. Marty Erat hits the stick on it.
For the Edmonton Oilers was being mixed up a little bit because, as you talked about, Mark Fane out of the game early in the first period, so you're seeing all kinds of different combinations that Tom McClellan's using for his team.
Coyotes get off to the hit on that. Marty Erat with the deflection.
Mixed up a little bit because you talked about Mark Fane out of the game early in the first period, so you're seeing all kinds of different combinations that Tom McClellan's using for his team.
12 minutes.
6-18 here and third
Goals to the opposition team.
6-18 the time of the goal, and you're right, it is Crombeen who gets his stick on, I believe.
Right up in the slot, you're going to see it. That is 44. So I thought it might be Joe Vitale. It's 44, not 14. Shot pass looked good for Luke Gazdic, and then BJ Crombeen doing what you want to do. Get your stick in passing lanes. Unfortunately, he deflects it into his own net.
And Justin Schultz didn't have a goal in 26 games coming in. He breaks that, and the Oilers are on the board. Victor Foss steers that aside. 4-4 now, the shots and 3 goals. Ventura back down by Draisaitl. Foss steers that away. Yandel steps in, drops it back to Foss. He's covering at the point. Fires his shot that is blocked by Russell. To the near side it comes. Michael Stone takes a hit. The Oilers are able to get it out. It's Pitlick at center. Chips it in, he'll chase it. Button hook. Yakupov joins him along with Draisaitl. Yakupov from the corner. Caught up there by Tobias Reeder. Michael Stone moves it ahead, but Ansel can't get outside his own blue line, and the Coyotes regroup. Ansel has it again at center this time. Turns and just fires the puck in. He's with Gagner and Erat. Just out of the reach of Hall. Kept in by McCulloch. McCulloch, his 32nd birthday today. We have our first winner tonight in our score and win contest, the Apple Safeway and Mott's Garden Cocktail. Sarah Samuel of Edmonton has won the Carbon Verb Elite HD Action Camera. Congratulations, Sarah, on the goal by Justin Schultz.
The 2-1 score 8 minutes into the game should not surprise anybody when the Coyotes and the Oilers go at it, as the graphic shows you, give up the most first period goals in the National Hockey League.
3 goals on 9 shots. Jones got it. Right through the crease, and the Larson shot. That one blocked by Jordan Eberle. Eberle and Perron. David Perron will give it to Schultz. Pass intended for Gordon got by it. And they will bring it back into Northern territory.
Excellent structure by the Phoenix Coyotes on their forecheck and in their neutral zone forecheck. They do an outstanding job skating in straight lines, taking away passing lanes, coming back to the middle. Dave Tippett, look at his numbers against the Oilers, and David Amber already showed you how long it's been since the Oilers beat the Coyotes. Skating in straight lines, taking away passing lanes, coming back to the middle. Dave Tippett, look at his numbers against the Oilers, and David Amber already showed you how long it's been since the Oilers beat the Coyotes. I had hair back then. That's how long it's been. That's not quite true.
11:22 to go in the first period, and Steve Pinizzotto dropping the gloves.
And we have a fight.
Pinizzotto and Chipchura.
Pinizzotto against Adam Larson.
Pinizzotto, his fourth fight of the season.
First fight
Chipchura's
of
got
the
that right arm tied up pretty good. He's trying to get loose. He does now.
He fought Sestito last night in Vancouver. A second game, a second fight for Kyle Chipchura. And a guy a little more in his weight class in the form of Steve Pinizzotto.
This period brought to you by Sport Check. This holiday season, don't give just any gift. Give the gift of sport.
Just check out on the right side. The Steve Pinizzotto comes right out right away and confronts Kyle Chipchura, and they just drop the glove. Steve looking to get something going for his team, get some energy. Kyle Chipchura doesn't want any of it, but he ends up not having a choice, and they start to throw down.
Pinizzotto now has 30 penalty minutes on the season. This is his 17th game.
Greg McTavish with the earphone in, the IFD, as we call it in the biz. He is talking to Rocky Thompson, and also in connection with Miles T, the video coach in the dressing room. If he wants to see something, he can get it fed right to him.
What's that mean? Interrupted holdback? Is that what IFD stands for?
Sure. Yeah, you didn't even get technical. I was trying to sound like the smart guy. Give a little inside info. That's technical.
Hansel wins that draw. Shot from the point, doesn't make it through. Hansel battling with Gordon for the loose puck. Gordon leads it out to the center.
5 minutes each for fighting.
Shot at the blue line and brought back here offside.
Well, when you look at the Arizona Coyotes, and you heard in the pregame the talk about goaltending, that's really, when you look at what this team does, they haven't got a lot of scoring from up front. They haven't got a lot of scoring, period. But Devin Dubnyk's been their best goaltender, but they need Mike Smith to be their best goaltender. He's the guy they've invested in. And Mike Smith this year is just not got it. He's just lost it somehow. He's got to work his way back. I remember Kelly Rudy talking about it when the goaltenders go through this, and he went through it many times. The fact that you just start to doubt yourself.
Mike Smith has lost 15 games. That is second most in the league.
It's amazing, isn't it? He's their guy.
Dubnyk covers up with Teddy Herschel right there. Reader wins for Devin Dubnyk in an Oiler uniform. Tobias Reader flips it in. Petrie will go back and get it. To the middle for Nugent Hopkins. To Hall. That clock in. Dubnyk sweeps it around the boards. Adam Larson waiting for it on the far side. Joe Vitale had left the zone. The pass from Moss didn't work, and it's coming back on an icing call against the Coyotes. This is icing against St.
And build your home your way and say yes to the freedom of flexible building. Coventry Homes, the preferred builder of the Edmonton Oilers.
What the Oilers need is to find some space. Right now, they're slow on breaking the puck out because the Arizona Coyotes doing an outstanding job at getting everybody in the space.
Draisaitl wins the puck right back to Hunt, who throws it off the end boards. It sits out in front, but Pollock steers it away. Moss backtracked by Yakupov. The Oilers, Yakupov with Draisaitl.
David with Draisaitl.
Turns in the corner.
Patrick Maroon.
Centering pass didn't make it. Sits to the side of the net. Get the flag cover. That's how you do it. Yakupov back to Petrie. Serves it. And that one went off Pitlick and just wide. Yakupov gets it back again, but he gave it away to Sam Gagner. Gagner moving in with Irak. Gagner. Drop pass. Hansel the shot. Fox the save. And the rebound cleared and Pitlick starts back for the Oilers. Draisaitl gets to center, wants to dump that puck in. The Oilers want to get a change in with just over 9.5 minutes left to go in the first period. The Oilers have been involved in 1-0 late goal games.
The goal by Caggiula.
In 11 of those games. Handel chops at it. Boyd Gordon flips it down the ice slowly. Opportunity now for Emily. There's Dubnik. But he can't get it by Perron. Has to scramble back in the net. Everly back to the point. Flat ball. Wines. Fires up last. Perron looking for the rebound, but it's picked up by Yandel. Michael Walker. Puts it in. Gordon gets there first. Boyd Gordon wants to get it out. Can't get it by Shane Doan. Doan throws it towards the net. Fayne took that behind the cage. To the near side. And it's Walker. The short pass to Vermette back to the point. Murphy thought about the one time. Instead goes across to Gormley, who gives it to Doan. High slap shot. Didn't make it through. Doan follows up. Gives it to Fletcher. Vermette battling in front. Here's Murphy with a wrist shot. Blocked by Yakupov. Backhand. A sharp save there by Fost as Vermette was going down. He got pretty good steam on that backhand.
Certainly was.
Connor Murphy with a pass to Joe Vitale. Joe Vitale snaps a shot, and that one rises over top of the net. McMillan behind the net. Brandon McMillan. With Stone and Yandel on the blue line. This is Stone pitching in. Avoids the big hit from Gaston. Gets it to McMillan. Who turned it over to Brad Hunt. That line can't get started, though, as Hunt is kicked back to his own zone. Arcabello comes in to help. He turned it over to McMillan. McMillan back to the point. Here's Stone with a shot through traffic. The rebound sits there, and Everly gets it to Arcabello. Luke Gaston in pursuit along with Mark Arcabello. Arcabello goes down hard. Gaston as well along with Stone. The puck still free. Here's Everly. Picks the shot. In and it goes. But Dubnik got a piece of it. Schultz from the corner. Throws it around the boards. Arcabello centering pass just out of the reach of Luke Gaston, but backtracked there by Everly. He lost it to Vitale, and Vitale wants to relieve the pressure and send it down the ice. No icing on the play. So the Coyotes will get a change in. Shots are even at 7 apiece. Here comes Ryan Nugent-Hopkins off the boards for Teddy Purcell, who dumps it in. Barton to Hansel. Hansel off the boards for Martin Irak. Irak to Gagner. Sam Gagner. And brought in offside by Martin Irak. Well, you talk about the season of giving. Watch this. 2 shots. 1-0 Oilers.
Sister is arriving from Boston as she will be here for the Christmas holidays. He's one of the newest Oilers, just like Teddy Purcell. And as a result of all this, David Perron has taken on the role of inviting anyone who wants to come over to his house for Christmas dinner. He is a big fan of Christmas, has the lights and all the ornaments set up inside and outside of his house. And of course, on Christmas Eve, they will be eating turkey at 6 o'clock sharp because, you know, dinner will be Perron time.
Wow.
Wow. He's on fire today.
So Brad Hunt and Mark Arcabello pick up helpers on the goal by Justin Schultz. Arcabello with 3 points in his last 2 games. Perron from the corner. Everly's shot goes over top of the net. Picked up by Hansel. They'll play it back to McCulloch around the other side for Irak. He's checked. Perron's got it. David Perron, nice move around Irak. Out in front it comes for Draisaitl, but McCulloch was there to clear it to the corner. The Oilers keep control. David Perron. Drop pass for Everly. Goes back to Perron. Perron trying to get away from Irak. Fayne ready for a shot. Everly taken in heavily into the boards by Oliver Ekman-Larsson. Gave him a shot as he got up, and Ekman-Larsson collecting himself.
Henry coming up now.
Penalty on the way. Yakupov snaps a shot. That one rises over top of the net. Yakupov goes after it again. Pass for Pitlick out in front was touched. Yakupov goes after it again. Pass for Pitlick out in front was touched. The Oilers will get a power play. Ekman Larson and Eberle coming together in the boards.
With Martin Ebrad in the box, a great opportunity for Edmonton to tie this hockey game. The Oilers in the past have done shirts off our backs promotion to raise money, but this year they decided to do something different, and it was Christmas sweaters. Each player had a Christmas sweater with his name and number on it, and then they were signed by the players. They were auctioned off this past Sunday, and it was a huge success. As you know, going into the Christmas break, the Oilers Community Foundation has raised over $250,000. That money will be dispersed to many different charities across oil country.
That is a nice-looking sweater. I don't get the ugly sweater thing. The Oilers do get a power play. Gene talked about Eraddy in the box. I don't get the
many different charities across oil country.
That is a nice-looking sweater box for hooking. The Oilers 1 for 1 against Dallas, 2 for 13 against Arizona. And Arizona is becoming the Oilers in the power play. The shot. That one rises over top of the net. Yakupov goes
NHL
after it
October
again.
20 Going back.
Pass from Pitlick out
0%
in front
vertical
was
score.
touch. Big stop. Sends it down the ice.
Play keyboard shortcut K button. Pause keyboard. Complimentary.
Majority of the Oilers goals on the power play have been scored here at Rexall.
Oilers. 11 of the 13. Season. Done. NHL on the
Got a
fly.
puck broker against Ekman Larson to Hunt.
Sign in.
And the puck
October
over the
4th.
stick
View
of
full
Mercer.
playlist.
Picked up there by Gormley. And Gormley sends it to length of the ice.
Complimentary YouTube video player.
Down to 54 seconds left to go. To Martin Ebrad.
Previous keyboard.
Draisaitl. Along with over to the play. Draisaitl.
YouTube video.
Moving in quickly. Draisaitl.
Nice.
Right through the legs of Yandel. He's got the puck back again. Draisaitl to the point and go. With him off the top. Steps into a shot. Tipped by Draisaitl. And a save made by Devin Dubnyk. Gormley. One more time. He'll send it down the ice, but that was strongly well. So Henrik's out of the lineup. As the getting an opportunity.
Scores! Makes it 2-0 Oilers!
Well, before the break, Leonard, I was rudely interrupted by a commercial. I was going to talk about John Shannon.
Another turnover.
Tyler Pitlick takes advantage. So that too in the recent games. Well, here's a little bit of a bounce back. Traffic in front. Zabidi McCallick does a great job. McCallick does a great job all the time. Quick transition, blocking shots and getting in front and making sure on this one.
This is a simple play where you're looking
to
to pass all the way. Instead of making the pass, the quick release gets under the arm of Elliott. For Elliott,
DJ Crumpy.
a disappointing start. This one goes right underneath. He overplayed it to the outside and it found room underneath the elbow.
The guy that deflects it.
Tyler Pitlick's been a 5-year pro, and just about every time he gets close to being a regular, he's been hurt, and he's in this opening night lineup. He gets a
7 minutes
goal.
3 seconds.
Don't you think it's because of injury that he's in as well and taking advantage of it?
One more time. He'll send it down the ice. Here comes again.
2014-12, 23 Arizona Coyotes versus Edmonton Oilers. YouTube and 5 more pages. Personal Microsoft Edge window. YouTube video player group. Seek slider. Slider of 27 minutes, 25 seconds of 1 hour, 44 minutes, 4 seconds. 27 minutes, 28 seconds of 1 hour, 44 minutes, 4 seconds. Current value 1,648. Minimum value 0. Maximum value 6,234.
McCulloch. Gets checked. The puck comes back to Yakupov. Neil Yakupov to Petrie. Across the face with a wrist shot. That went off the top. Petrie's got it. He's got it one more time. Yakupov snaps his shot for all he released. We have seen him do that in practice, and that's what we'd like to see more of from number 10.
Absolutely right. And that's exactly what the coaching staff has been talking about. Craig McTavish is talking about. Got to get to those areas if you want to score. David Braun getting in front. Good puck movement and a quick shot to net from the off wing. David Braun trying to move into position to the McCulloch battling with him. You want to push Devin Dubnyk back. Big goaltender. You got to try to make him search for the puck.
Boy Jordan, top 12 when it comes to face-off success, 56%. But it is Ryan Nugent-Hopkins who has taken the most draws this season. Boy Gordon wins that one. Puck off shot right on. Dubnyk the save. Ekman Larson gets it to McCulloch. He will cut that puck in. The Tally giving chase. He gets him up, separates him from the puck, and and that allows David Perron to move it to Klefbom. Pass for Gordon, intercepted by Joe Buck. Stone, just out of the reach of Doan, and Victor Foss will cover it up. Pass for Gordon, intercepted by Joe Buck. Stone, just out of the reach of Doan, and Victor
Current value
Foss will cover it up.
1,746. Minimum value 0. Maximum value 6,244.
Likes to get out of that net and help his team as much as possible. Let's go all the way back to November. Devin Dubnyk changed the game with this play. Potential breakaway. Ryan Nugent-Hopkins can't get to the puck. Later on, Arizona scores on that play. Earlier tonight, Devin Dubnyk stops Jordan Eberle from getting in on a breakaway on a very close chance. Devin Dubnyk really helping his team. Every once in a while, the big man can really get out there, Ken.
His last win was December 16th. And it was in Arizona in overtime. Proctor with a backhand. Fox the save. Rebound sent wide and picked up there by Nugent-Hopkins. Nugent-Hopkins to Purcell. Tried to get it back to him, but Proctor was there. Open pass for Doan. Picked off by Petrie. Yandel will try it again. This one doesn't make it through either. Shane Doan without a goal in his last 12 games. Gagne to an open wing as the Coyotes are making a change. Kenny Purcell turns in his own zone. A quick up for Hall. Hall, button hook, lost it. And that's just going to be...
Protecting what matters most to you and your team.
30 minutes, 33 seconds, 30 minutes, 30 minutes, 40 seconds, 30 minutes, 41 seconds, 30 minutes, 42 seconds of 1 hour, 44 minutes, 4 seconds.
Sam Gagne scored a goal and looks up at the big screen and goes, no, that's not a slash. You can't call that slashing. A little check from Jeff Petrie and runs after, hey, Jeff, Merry Christmas. In the box. Sam Gagne gave excellent opportunity. 2 minutes left to tie the game.
Oilers got one shot on that last power play. McCulloch sends it the length of the ice. Victor Foss will give it to Schultz. He is up there with Petrie. Tries to Yakupov and Perron. Yakupov, tough pass for Draisaitl. Got stopped by Handel. That time, his pass was intercepted by Handel. Schultz to Draisaitl. Leon Draisaitl. Sending off. Ekman Larson got knocked out. Got it to Yakupov. Again, a quick shot. And Dubnyk makes the save.
Support by Neil Yakupov on this entry into the zone. So on the entry into the zone, you're going to go wide and then drive the puck deep. I like power plays that drive puck deep and then try to set up. Don't set up high. Neil Yakupov just eludes his man, supports that puck really well. That's what you need. Close, quick support, and then a quick attack to the net. You catch Devin Dubnyk leaning one way or the other.
Hopkins, Purcell, along with Eberle, Hall.
31 minutes. 31 minutes.
His pass was intercepted by deflected by Maroon. Here is back to Maroon. Draisaitl. Leon Draisaitl. Sending off. Waits. Got it to Yakupov.
He scores!
0%
Patrick Maroon makes it 3-0 Oilers! His 43rd. Support by Neil Yakupov on this entry into the zone. So on entry into the zone, you're going to go another turnover. Tyler Pittman takes advantage. One, two power plays. This is almost a referee by Larson. He gets caught. Neil Yakupov just allows his man to support that puck really well. Russell breaking it up. That's transition game. Sometimes simpler is better. This is a simple play when you're looking for pass all the way. Instead of making the pass, the quick release gets under the arm of Elliott. For Elliott, a disappointing start. This one goes right underneath. He overplayed it to the outside and it found room underneath the elbow.
Tyler Pitlick's been a 5-year pro, and just about every time he gets close to being a regular, he's been hurt. And he's
Eberle delivers to Eberle.
0% vertically scroll.
And Gorley will watch it. Nugent-Hopkins play catch.
0% vertically scroll.
Nugent-Hopkins back to left wide. It's a shot goal. He makes the save. Rebound comes right to Jordan. He lost it. To Connor Mercury, who sends it down the ice. Brad Hunt shots in the last game. This is his 10th game.
Last week,
14 run per minute. 43 seconds left to go in the power play. This ball gets blocked by McCullough, and another penalty coming up. And a great opportunity right now for the Oilers with under a minute to go in the period.
38 seconds left on Sam Gagne's penalty. This is a hit to the back as Zbigniew sees the numbers. He's supposed to see that. But that's a tough one for any defenseman because you want to be aggressive, you want to make the hit, but at the same time, Taylor Hall, you finding the puck, he turns, and it's one of those ones when once you're in no man's land that you've committed to the check, it's going to end up you in the box. Good thing that Taylor Hall's not hurt. Timeout being called, try to set up a very important face-off and play.
Shots 8 goals in any
2 games.
Go to Gordon goes down low. Stone trying to get it out. Great play by Hall to keep it in. Hall with the puck now. Taylor Hall. Hunt. Nugent Hopkins under pressure there from Ekman Larson. Plays it back to Hunt. Hunt will give it to Hall. Gordon in front. Hall steps into a shot. Gordon looking for the rebound, but Dubnyk's got it. Hall steps into a shot. Gordon looking for the rebound, but Dubnyk's got it.
2004.
4-0 Edmonton. Second power play goal of the period.
Another turnover. Tyler Pitcher takes advantage.
Want to play by Larson. Boy, Gordon, because he looks like he's allows his man to want to play by Taylor Hall. This is what you want to see.
Transition game, and sometimes
that effort, that individual
This is a simple play where you're looking for pass all the way, and instead of making the pass,
and then you're going to start working the puck around. It's going to be Elliott from your bench over Elliott.
What a disappointing start. This one goes right underneath. He overplayed it to the outside and found room underneath
Taylor Hall. This is what you want to see.
Tyler Pitcher's been a 5-year pro, and just about every time he gets close to being a regular, he's been hurt, and he's in this.
Want to play. That one might have hit Boyd Gordon because he looks like he's bent over in some.
Into a shot.
Zero. Play keyboard. Plus keyboard choice.
2 shots and play back.
That puck really well. That's what. Little extra. Get out of your that effort, that individual effort, that second effort, that little extra. Get out of your comfort zone. And then you're going to start working the puck around. It's going to go back to Taylor Hall. He's going to walk in once the puck goes low. I think this power play's got to run a little bit more crisply. Not so slow.
Hunt fires a shot that Dubnyk makes the save on.
That's what you want to see. You want to see Brad Hunt shoot the puck. That's why he's out on that power play. The first time he passed it up on the last shift, he passed up the opportunity. Get help on winning the draw. Get him back. Get people to the net. Almost getting there in time.
So once again, it's Gordon against Vermette. Gordon again wins the draw. Do it again.
You want to make sure you check the clock. He's pointing up at the official right now and make sure the clock gets reset back. And sometimes they'll just leave the clock as is because it's too much of a game to reset it. And they'll just tell the timekeeper, just hold for a second before he puts it back on.
9 seconds left to go in the penalty to Sam Gagner. 9 seconds left to go in the penalty to Sam Gagner as the clock now shows 23.1 seconds.
That was the Oilers
Sam
goal.
Gagner has 10 seconds left. This time Vermette wins the draw. And this time Stone sends it the length.
Oops. And Victor quickly pulled his stick up because it looked like he might play that puck outside the trap zone.
5-on-4 now for the next minute and 20 seconds. That'll carry over. The Oilers don't get a goal in the next 8 seconds. Everly winds. Here's a shot that misses the target, and that's going to do it for the period.
So a great start.
That sees the Coyotes with a 2-1 lead. But the Oilers have a minute and 8 seconds of power play time when the second period resumes.
Well, the Edmonton Oilers on their way to the ice, and they've been making their way to a number of different places in the spirit of Christmas. It started on the weekend. Saturday, in fact, the Edmonton Oilers were at Laugh and Learn. Oscar Klefbom, along with the likes of Ryan Nugent-Hopkins and Luke Gazdic, tough guy with a soft heart, though. And what a haul of gifts as Taylor left. His hands were full. These gifts bought by the Edmonton Oilers, over $7,000 spent, and then they were distributed as the Edmonton Oilers on Monday made a number of hospital visits. An idea brought to Edmonton by Andrew Ferentz, and wow, look at this. A picture worth 1,000 words. Made Andrew Ferentz's day, made that little kid's day, and I'm sure it made the parents' day. Nice work on the part of the Edmonton Oilers when they are not necessarily at Rexall Place. Drew and Kevin.
All right, guys, thanks very much. That is wonderful. Let's take a look at the first period scoring summary brought to you by Wally Parsons Cord. Visit WallyParsonsCord.com to find your place on our construction team. Visit WallyParsonsCord.com to find your...
Taking a drink. Sam Gagner with a goal that was from a weird angle and was pretty funny to start for Sam Gagner, but he bounces back from Erat and Hansel, then Marty Erat with a deflection. That chased Ben Scrivens, then Justin Schultz off of PJ Stormby. And the shots were 13-8 as the Oilers came on in the latter stages of that period, especially with the shots were 13-8 as the Oilers came on in the latter stages of that period, especially with a couple power plays.
So Justin didn't have a goal in 26 games coming in. He now has the first time the Oilers goals on the year, all three of them have come at Rexall, and the Oilers will start this second period with 1 minute and 8 of power play time. Dennis McCulloch in the penalty box for boarding Taylor Hall. This is the second power play for the Oilers. Antoine Vermette won 7 of the true face-offs for the Phoenix Coyotes, so it's key for Nugent-Hopkins as he faces him to start this second period. From the draw, 3 goals. Ekman Larsson will get control of it, and he will fire it down the ice. Victor Fost in relief of Ben Scrivens stopped all 5 shots he faced in that first period. Hall zips it in. Devin Dubnyk slows it down. Everly gets to it. Checked by Stone. Nugent-Hopkins in front along with Hall looking for a rebound. Instead, it is picked up by Dolan. He starts away 3-on-2 shorthanded. Vermette, long shot. Ekman Larsson, easy glove save for Victor Fost. And with Vermette, long shot. Ekman Larsson, easy glove save for Victor Fost. And with Vermette right there, preventing him from keeping it alive, the Oilers will have a face-off in their defensive zone.
Well, Victor Fost coming in after the 5-minute mark on the second goal by Martin Erat, then chased Ben Scrivens. And last time we saw Victor Fost, he was actually pulled in the game, and he came back to the bench and let his teammates know he wasn't very happy with the way they were playing. And now with Victor, he's in a position where yesterday he didn't look very happy coming off the ice in practice because I think he got the word he wasn't expecting to start. So now he's got to really put in a performance.
23 seconds left to go in the power play. The Oilers trying to get out of their own zone. Leon Draisaitl is out there, played 5 minutes and 20 seconds, and a couple of shots went 3-1 in the face-off circle. And has the puck right now. Draisaitl across the blue line, moving in against Brandon Gormley. Circles the net, plays it back to Perron, trying to get it back to Schultz, just as McCulloch steps out of the box. The Oilers get 2 shots on that power play. They're 0 for 2. The Coyotes have not had a power play so far in this game. They're 0 for 3 now. That's right. They did have a 5-on-3, so it's 0 for 3 for the Oilers. Leader goes cross ice, trying to find Gagner. Instead, it is Perron bringing it back in with Boyd Gordon. Perron back to the point it comes. Bain at the blue line. Arcabello to the corner. Gordon and Perron as Gormley ties up Boyd Gordon. David Perron comes away with the puck. Perron being watched by Tobias Reeder. Perron. As Klefbom goes down low, Gordon has the puck behind the net. Now Klefbom will give it right back. Arcabello to Gordon. Gordon. It's hit by Hansel and knocked down. Gormley sends it around the boards, but Arcabello is sharp on it, keeps it in for the Oilers. Hansel trying to work it out. It is Murphy with the puck. He will give it to Gormley, and Gormley with a quick up for Reeder. Checked by Klefbom. Bodker in there as well. Left ball. Arcabello, pass for Purcell. Goes off Doan. Comes to Dubnik. We'll give it to Yandel. Off the boards for Doan. Doan gets it out the center. We're picked up there by the captain, Andrew Ferris. Oh, checked by Bodker as he got the puck deep. From the boards it comes. Petrie throws it right back at the net. Missed on the glove side. Ferris trying to keep it in, but it's Vermette who gets it to Bodker. Checked by Petrie. Teddy Purcell in a crowd. Ferris winds and fires a shot that goes wide. Bodker and Arcabello joust. Vermette to Doan. Lost it to Purcell. Wow.
Yeah.
What do you want me to say?
I was thinking the same thing. I was trying to come up with something to say, and it's wow is pretty much the only thing you can say.
Close quarters.
Oh, penalty coming up. Good guys to get a penalty, and he's also going to in the back
Play forward of that. And the Ducks give the Ducks very able to keep it for the was Larson. Job by Gordon. Force Yandel out of side the blue line.
Stats man extraordinaire David Moyer tells me it's 14 of 22 points.
14 of 22 points. He leads the team in points and assists.
That's his official title, by the way.
Yes.
On his business card.
Absolutely.
But what Yandel does so well is he gets that team going out of their zone quickly, and his lateral movement is exceptional. When he gets the puck on the blue line, he's already moving laterally before he even gets the puck. And he starts looking for places to put the puck either at the net or finding guys who are in a scoring position. He's got great vision on the ice, but his mobility is the key to his success.
Yandel and Ekman Larson are on the ice for Met.
Oh, that almost worked.
Went to Yandel, off his skate, comes to Arcabello. Arcabello right out in front for Nugent Hopkins. Short-handed, just out of his reach.
And there's the danger. You set up a play in the neutral zone, the face-off, it doesn't work, and it goes the other way for a nearest chance.
The Oilers with 2 short-handed goals this season. Ekman Larson brings it in. Intercepted by Ferris to Petrie. Petrie racing for it, but it's Bodker who gets to it. Bodker turns and gives it to Shane Doan. Back to Yandel at the point. Yandel. Doan on the half wall. In, fires a shot. And Toss makes the...
On the wing, Michael Bodker intercept play, and that's moving a center. Mike got that to scoring very quick. Keith Yandel said when he got the challenge of being a scoop, my head. Parker.
And top point. Yandel. Half wall. In, fires a shot. And Toss makes the save.
So here's the play in the neutral zone. Keith Yandel sets up on the wing. Michael Bodker's wide. Just want to keep it to him, but Mark Arcabello, very quick, very smart. He intercepts it, and it goes the other way, and is almost a scoring chance. Mark Arcabello heads up play, and that's what we talked to Mark about yesterday. You know, when he got the challenge of being a centerman in the National Hockey League, the game was.
Every level, he was told he was too small to play.
He got that everywhere. He got challenged everywhere. And he's never used it and taken a bitter pill with it. He's used it as motivation to get better.
Always seemed serious, but you actually got him smiling.
I did, because we compared each other's height, and he's taller.
So he wins.
Yeah.
He's out there now with 30 seconds left to go.
I outweigh him by a ton.
Oh, that's true. But you are a high-performance athlete who needs his weight. Steal. Shot. Just missed at Arcabello, and a penalty coming up.
Stay with snaps. This is
Had the puck and will play by Schultz, but he couldn't get it by Brad Hunt. Hunt, Schultz, Hall, and Eberle for the Oilers. Hall up the pass for Eberle, tipped. It comes to Brandon Gordley. Gordley will play it off the boards. There is Schultz, who took a shot from Chipchura as Chipchura was changing. David Moss flips it for Vermette. Great play by Hunt. He gets the INT on that as he intercepted a pass intended for Antoine Vermette. The Oilers on a power play now. They're fourth for the next minute and 16 seconds.
zone entries.
Moss and Vermette on the kill. This is Vermette with possession. Antoine Vermette circling the net. Checked by Brad Hunt. Hall's got it, and he's got some room. Hall to Purcell. Teddy Purcell wraps it around the boards. Nugent Hopkins waiting for it, lets it go. Work back to the point for Teddy Purcell. He'll throw it deep. Hall will pick it up near side. Taylor Hall trying to sweep it back to Schultz. Instead, it is Bodker who sends it the length of the ice. That will allow both teams to change up. As Yakupov pops over the boards with Leon Draisaitl. Here's Draisaitl's got the puck now, moving in. Leon Draisaitl, great speed, stopped by Dubnyk. Schultz moving in. He was backtracked by Hansel. But you can see Leon Draisaitl, great burst of speed. Look at Yakupov dance. Neil Yakupov trying to go back door to Perron. Broken up by McMillan. Schultz with a puck now. Schultz, one-timer coming from Petrie. And deflected up out of play.
Seen some good stuff, though. Like little bursts of good things, and we've seen a couple times now. One from Martin Hansel on the back check, but from Leon bursts of good things, and we've seen a couple times now. One from Martin Hansel on the back check, but from Leon Draisaitl, nice little bank pass. You start to make Draisaitl just drives the net. Terrific play by Devin Dubnyk being aggressive. But Martin Hansel, who ran into Victor Foss, he gets on his horse. Now he's coming back. He's going to track Justin Schultz right there. Draisaitl takes the puck off the boards. Good little indirect pass. And I love the fact that we see Leon take some rest.
Yakupov in front for Perron. Devin Dubnyk and Yakupov popping.
Yeah,
Funny guy down in.
And they were laughing about him. And so try to find some sort of connection.
Gandil led to the penalty box. The Oilers with 2 shots on that power play. They are now 0 for 4. Doan centered it. Good play by Draisaitl to pick it off. Almost picked off by Bodker, but it comes to Schultz, drops it for Perron. Return feed stopped by Brandon Gorman. This is Bodker. Kel Bodker to Antoine Vermette. To the captain, Shane Doan. Bodker going to the front of the net, doesn't get through. Stopped by Pitlick. Second chance opportunity off of Yakupov behind the net. Doan. Yandel snaps a shot. He scores. Keith Yandel. Behind the net, doesn't get through, stopped by Pitlick. Second chance opportunity off of Yakupov behind the net. Doan, Yandel snaps a shot, he scores. Keith Yandel makes it a 3-1 game. Shot, he scores. Keith Yandel makes it a 3-1 game.
Makes it 4-0
for the Coyotes.
Well, on this play, Keith Yandel, we already showed you what Keith Yandel does very well. Good drive through the middle, and that sets up everything down low. But as that play goes behind the net, Shane Doan just has patience. Yandel just slides to a position. Look where Yandel comes in on this play. He comes into an area where he knows that the pass can get to him. He doesn't go to the middle of the ice. He gets off a little bit, creates a passing lane, and Shane Doan makes it work. And it's on the stick, off the Foss, into the net.
Shane Doan's a road warrior. He's got 4 goals on the season. All 4 of them have come on the road. Doan and Vermette get the helpers at 7:54 of the second period.
Taking a pass, he makes himself the best option by just adjusting his path to the route. To the net.
Oilers looking for a bounce back with this shift. It is Eberle, Perron, and Gordon. Shane Doan now has 880 assists in his career. Chipchura starts the rush for Arizona. Pass off the stick of David Moss. Right to Andrew Ferris, who takes it from Reeder. Petrie. He takes a bump from Chipchura. Reeder turns, gets it to Chipchura. Chipchura. Reeder. And Gagne hopping over the boards as Petrie puts it in past Connor Murphy. Hansel back to pick it up. Martin Hansel, big hit from Luke Gazdic.
And a little chirping with Hansel going on up the ice too. Safe foot caught
He asked him about, do you get worn down against some of these bigger guys? But he said for him, even though he has gotten stronger this year, it is about quickness that has been the success for him.
You've got to use what you can use. He can't go up against a guy like Martin Hansel and try to use strength. Hansel's just too big. He's got the leverage.
6'6", 226 pounds. Nugent Hopkins was 12-9 in that game against Dallas. Takes it in against McCulloch. Takes him into the boards. McCulloch pushes it around the boards for Doan, and Doan starts away with Bodker. Kel Bodker. Drop pass. Doan steps into a shot. He missed the target, and look at that puck come all the way down the ice, and Nugent Hopkins racing. Fights off McCulloch. pass for personal. Ekman Larsson was there.
There again, we see Ryan Nugent-Hopkins use a little bit of strength to create that turnover.
No icing as Botker and Schultz come together. Here's Gordon. Checked by Chipchura, picked up there by Yandel. Oilers still out shooting the Coyotes, 17-11. But they trail on the scoreboard by 2. 17-11. But they trail on the scoreboard by 2, 4-1. Just out of the reach of Boyd Gordon. He was checked by David Moss. Here's Keith Yandel. Stone. Content to just shoot it in. Tobias Reeder against Schultz. Takes it away. Here's Reeder. Sharp angle shot. Stopped by Foss. Draisaitl checks Reeder. Two countrymen come together. Perron with speed across the blue line. Dishes for Everly. Spin move, backhand, hit the side of the net. Everly goes and gets it again. The net comes off the board by 2. No, Perron were battling in front of Devin Dubnyk. Keith Yandel gets his 23rd 4-1 of the season. To the Oilers, lead by 2.
Compliment.
This week on Hockey Night in Canada, we have 5 choices of nationally televised games. Start your Saturday with Hockey Central Saturday at 4:30 p.m. Mountain. Then at 5 p.m. Mountain, it's the Red Wings Senators on CBC, the Jets Wild on City, and Capitals Penguins, Ovechkin versus Crosby on Sportsnet. Those games are followed at 8 p.m. Mountain with the Oilers visiting the Flames on CBC, while the Sharks take on the LA Kings on Sportsnet. Visit sportsnet.ca/schedule for all the details.
Our next action, Drew, when you finish digesting all your turkey, will be against LA on the 30th.
What a game last night. Calgary Flames, Los Angeles Kings.
Johnny Hockey. 3 goals, almost won it in overtime before the captain did.
Mark Giordano was something special in overtime.
8:40 left to go in this second period. McMillan around the boards for Connor Murphy. To Crombeen. Crombeen to Vitale. Vitale is stopped right at the blue line. Pitlick right there by Boston to Murphy. And Murphy shoots it in. Victor Foss to Petrie. Around the boards it goes. Martin Erat is there. 2 points on the night for the former Red Deer Rebel. He and Sam Gagner, who's on the ice right now, also has 2 points. He got that goal that you talked about in the first period at the minute 44. His first goal against his old team. No icing on the play as Ekman Larsson picks it up. The Oilers make a change. Get the Gordon line out there. There comes Gagner. The shot doesn't make it through. He knocks down the captain, but it's picked up by Everly. Off the boards for Perron. A funny hop.
Yeah, thick linesman kind of banked off a little weird.
Perron's got it back again. Hard pass for Everly. Was just behind him. He took it off his skate, off the board. Now he centers. Ekman Larsson between the legs for Erat. Erat under pressure. Perron's got the puck. Here is Klefbom. Could not get all of it. And it's picked up by McCullough. McCullough leads his way to his own blue line. And then finds Gagner off his skate to Hansel. A weak shot. Hit Fane and goes into the corner. Boyd Gordon gets that puck out. That will allow the Oilers to get their top line on the ice. Raquel Botker. The pass for Vermette. That was broken up by Hall. Fane with a nice hit on Vermette. Botker lost it. Vermette's got it. Trying to center it. Didn't work because Oscar Klefbom was right there. Drew, we're back to scramble plays. You just take over.
I know, buddy. This is all you. This is why you get paid the medium dollars right here. This is, I know that Arizona played last night and they're playing a very structured forecheck game, but the execution is lacking right now. They need to find some tape passes, both teams.
Lost it to Botker. Botker to Vermette. Vermette moving in with Yandel. Vermette instead put her off of Nugent-Hopkins, right to Pinizzato to Hall. Here's Hall, wrist shot. Dubnyk the save, the rebound cleared by Tobias Reeder.
That's what Louis DeBrusk talked about with Gene.
Dubnyk is
in the first period. The turnover factor is just, it's too great if you want to be successful. And the Oilers really need to knock those off because they've got to come back in this game.
Chipchura forces a turnover, but Arcobello recovers. He'll give it to Schultz. Hunt to Schultz. To Pinizzato, tipped in. Arcabello and Gastic give chase. Murphy takes a look. Glad he got hit by Arcabello and not Gastic. Reeder. To the middle it goes as Gastic throws a hit on Tobias Reeder.
That's been a constant so far in this game.
Arcabello wrist shot blocked by Connor Murphy. Picked up by Kyle Chipchura. Moss overskates. Arcabello checks him. Moss fights him off. He's got McMillan with him, but back come the Oilers, and this is Gaston. With Arcabello driving the net. Can't get it there. Murphy blocked it. Chipchura's got it. Yep, he turned it over, got it back again, then he turned it over. Devin Dubnyk. Will give it to Brandon Gormley off the boards, intended for McMillan. He got a piece of it. Boston going to have to play it around the boards. McMillan breaks that up. Vitale can't get it back to the point because it's picked off by Yakupov. Draisaitl gains the line. Leon Draisaitl for Pitlick. Broken up by Yandel. In turn, Yakupov's got it. Nail Yakupov gets hit by Yandel. Then double teamed as Vitale comes in.
Well, that situation with Nail Yakupov, he needs to get some help over there. Once he gets turned in the corner, you want to see Pitlick and Draisaitl get over to help. Outnumber the Arizona Coyotes in their zone. That's how you create that offensive zone time.
18 shots for the Oilers, 12 for the Coyotes. Brad Hunt. Pass for Boyd Gordon. Everly against McCulloch. Gordon in support. Gagne looking for the loose puck. Does come up with it. Sam Gagne plays it back to Benyon McCulloch. He'll use the boards. Can't get it out. Perron fights against McCulloch. Everly comes in to help out. McCulloch will get it to Ekman Larsson. He spins, looks for it. Gordon's got it. Perron behind the net. David Perron wraps it right up top. Fane throws it towards the net. Deflected by Everly. Buckbaum pinches in, keeps it in for the Oilers. Battle in the trenches continues. Nugent Hopkins lost it to Martin Erat. Erat comes out with Gagne. Flips it in. Gagne will give chase as Erat changes up. Nugent Hopkins gathers the puck. He skates by Vermette. Quick pass to Hall on the near side. Here comes Hall. Can't get by Mikkel Bodker. Petrie, though, throws it towards the net. That shot doesn't get through. As Stone blocked it. Hall has options, gives it to Petrie. Back at the point it goes. Ferentz wide, fires a shot through traffic. That misses. Petrie again throws it towards the net. Blocked by Yandel this time. Ball gets knocked down by Stone. And it's picked up by Stone. He'll give it to Yandel who starts away. Paul has some complaints for the refs as he goes to the bench. Second time in this game he's been hit from behind. Ferentz on the far side. Pinizzato. Nugent Hopkins trying to get it to a big Luke Gaston. Chipchura in his own zone. Right up the middle. A pass intended for Tobias Reeder doesn't work. Here's Arcabello. Got 2 minutes and 22 seconds to go in the second period. Gaston.
Oilers forward.
Arcabello stops. Chipchura. Back the other way is Moss. Moss waits. Fires a shot that Ferentz got in the way of. There's a quick shot, and Voss will cover up as Reeder let it go. Almost 7 straight minutes without a whistle. We'll take a break. I'll catch my breath. We'll be back after this.
The Goals for Kids program is proudly sponsored by Cenovus. For every Oilers goal this season, Cenovus will donate $400 to Kidsport. To date, the Oilers have scored 75 goals for a total of $30,000.
Justin Schultz has the goal tonight for the Oilers so far. I just jumped on your line now.
Boy.
I'm sorry. I just want to give you a little bit more of a break. You deserve it.
Oxygen. Only 10 shots total, 5 each. In this second period.
You said 7 minutes without a whistle, almost 7 minutes without a whistle. The pace has been great.
Ekman Larsson with a high shot. McCulloch pinching in. Drops it back for Hansel. Hansel will give it to Ekman Larsson. Ekman Larsson. Back to McCulloch. Throws it towards the net. Bouncing puck. Scooped up there by Victor Foss. And he'll hang on.
ever before with the new King of the Hill, the 2015 Ski-Doo Summit XT3 from Martin Motorsports.
Oilers got 5 goals through in that game against Dallas. The last time they scored 5 was a game back in October against Carolina. But they have had more offense in the last couple of games. In fact, 8 goals in their last 2.
And they've got to start putting more pucks in Devin Dubnyk. But it starts with being able to effectively get out of your zone. And Arizona, pretty stingy in that regard. They do a very good job of putting bodies in front of you.
And that is the Dave Tippett way. He's the 30th coach in NHL history to coach 900 games. Hunt sends it around the boards, just out of the reach of Hall. Kept in neatly there by Bodker. He'll get it to Doan, who's out there with Vermette. Everybody's down in the corner. Vermette will kick it back to Bodker. Bodker spins and gets away from Hall. Now he has to deal with Nugent Hopkins. Doan behind the net. Shane Doan. Up top, calling for Vermette between the legs. Here is Stone with a shot. Good save by Boston. No, it wasn't. It was Bodker who took the worst of that. And he is hobbling over to the bench.
That stings. I think he got it in the back of the leg.
Ouch.
No padding, all flesh.
Stone really stepped into a shot. Keep an eye on Bodker. At the start of this third period, Chipchura moving in now with 35 seconds to go. Turns, throws it through the blue paint. McCulloch-Kenji keeps it in for Tobias Reeder. Gets a little help from Chipchura. Reeder works it back to Ekman-Larsson. A wrist shot, hit Hunt. Reeder's got it again. Reeder with a shot. Moss the save. David Moss picks up the rebound on the corner. Moss, drop pass for Ekman-Larsson. For Moss, a bouncing puck gets by Draisaitl. Yakupov will give it to Hunt. Dying seconds of this period. Gagne slowly got it to Victor Fost. He's seen enough. He'll cover up.
This is what you want from your guys. You got to go to the net, go to the net, go to the net. But sometimes when you go to the net, that's what happens. You get cracked with a shot from your own guy. Friendly fire catching Cal Bodker. And that stings. Those ones just takes your breath away, and all you can do is just struggle to get off the ice.
2.1 seconds to go. And the Oilers, despite outshooting.
Very happy about the one that wasn't called.
50, David, give up the only goal in that second period. Keith Yandel, who leads his team in assists and points. Welcome back, everyone. Moments away from the start of the third period. Before we get to it, let's check the scoring summaries brought to you by Worley Parsons Cord. Visit WorleyParsonsCord.com to find your place on our construction team.
First period, I should say, Gagne and Erat and Schultz made it 2-1 in favor of the Coyotes. And Keith Yandel with a nice pass from Shane Doan. Shots, not very many in the second period. 7-5, total of 12. 18-15 Oilers lead in that category, but the Coyotes lead on the scoreboard.
Victor Fost, on in relief of Ben Scrivens, has given up 1 goal on 12 shots. And the third period underway. Arizona has been badly outscored in third periods this season. In fact, it's 39 badly outscored. And the third period underway. Arizona has been badly outscored in third periods this season. In fact, it's 39-18. And the Oilers will try and keep that going and get themselves back into this hockey game.
John Shannon talked about it. We all talked about the fact that when the Coyotes get the lead, they play with men above you. They always stay above the play.
And the Oilers will try and keep that going and get themselves back into this hockey game.
John Shannon talked about it. We all talked about the fact that when the Coyotes get the lead, they play with men above you. They always stay above the play. Hard to get through the neutral zone, hard to create the speed. You might have to grind this third period out if you want to come up with a win. You will have to grind it out.
Vermette wins the draw. Bodker will backhand it in. Vermette gets the puck, leaves it in the corner for Ekman-Larsson. Almost given away, but here is Doan. Doan stops up, hits Klefbom, and Klefbom ends up with the puck. Oscar Klefbom. Jordan Eberle, one-on-one against Yandel. To the middle it goes for Gordon. He was checked by Chipchura. He got it to Tobias Reeder. He'll chip it and chase it himself. Get a little help there from David Moss, who takes Feb.14 into the boards. Arizona, 2.21 goals per game. They have exceeded that tonight. But they gave up 7 in the game against Vancouver last night, and you wonder if the Oilers can take advantage of a team that played on the coast last night. Yakupov to the middle, intercepted by Erat, but there is Draisaitl to carry on. He'll get it to Yakupov. Yakupov doing it himself as he backhands it in. Devin Dubnyk around the boards. Gagne waiting for it. Checked up there by Andrew Ferentz. Cleared to an open wing, and Brandon Gormley's got it. Gormley to the corner. Ansel and Ferentz come together behind the net. Erat digging for it along with Gagne. Erat and Gagne. 2 points, and they got those 2 points in the first period. Draisaitl stops up just inside the blue line. Feeds Yakupov. Yakupov surrounded. Ansel gives it to Gagne. Gagne right back to the big man. This is Yandel. Weak shot. Voss handles it. He's going to hang on to it.
That's what you're looking at the bench. This is where you're looking. Well, what do you do if you're the Edmonton Oilers? That's what you're looking at the bench. This is where you're looking for that resilience, that leadership to step out. Ooh, big hit in the corner.
From Bean on Feb.14. McMillan in front. Back to the point it comes. Stone can't keep it in there. He'll give it to Yandel. Fourth line on the ice for the Oilers. Bean chips it in. Races after it. Bean has the end. Drops it for Feb.14. Feb.14 lost it to Joe Vitale. Recovers and gets it back again. And we have seen the composure from Oscar Feb.14 as he makes a nice pass to Arcabello. Arcabello can't get by Ekman Larson, though.
They also talked to Todd Nelson. He mentioned mental toughness. And this is where you need your mental toughness. You need to do something uncharacteristic. You need to bounce back after a bad shift or bounce back after a bad period. You need to lead the way somehow. And it can't be one guy. It's got to be 20 guys.
Hunt jumping up in the play. Ekman Larson just flips it slowly down the ice. Coyotes want to make a change. Nugent Hopkins to Hall with Teddy Purcell. Back to the point. Schultz keeps it in. Gets by Hall. Hunt waiting for it. He'll get it to Nugent Hopkins on the far side. Here's Nugent Hopkins to Hall. He's checked by Chipchura. Chipchura trying to put him against the boards. Does, but look at Nugent Hopkins come in and get the puck to Hall. Hall looking backdoor for Schultz. Intercepted by Moss, and Moss flips it down the ice.
Teddy Purcell talked about the ability of that line to cycle the puck.
The Oilers and Molson Canadian are teaming up once again to bring the ultimate game experience to your favorite away game venues. Grab your friends and join us for Flight Night at Shanks Sports Grill this Saturday for your chance to win a trip for 2 to watch the Oilers play in LA. Sign up today at edmontonoilers.com/game-day-live.
December 27th, the Oilers will be in Calgary and then come home to play LA on Tuesday, and we'll have that game for you. Backdoor for Schultz. Intercepted by Moss, and Moss flips it down. Looking backdoor for Schultz. Intercepted by Moss, and Moss flips it
down
the ice.
Teddy Purcell talked about the ability of that line to
your favorite away game venues. Grab your friends and join us for Flight Night at Shanks Sports Grill this Saturday for your chance to win a trip for 2 to watch the Oilers play in LA. Sign up today at edmontonoilers.com/game-day-live.
December 27th, the Oilers will be in Calgary and then come home to play LA on Tuesday, and we'll have that game for you.
As I've mentioned, some team like the Coyotes, who, as I've mentioned several times, are very structured and very disciplined in staying above the play. Those long passes will not work. You've got to make short passes. You've got to have close, quick support. You've got to try to move the puck up before they can get settled and get into their 5 men above the play. You've got to make sure that you start getting around the puck quicker, not looking for those long stretch passes.
An own goal makes it 4-1. Oscar Gormley shots, and that will...
You start getting around the puck quicker, not looking for those long stretch passes.
Gormley shots, and that one goes in.
And Oscar goes off his skid all tonight.
come Rexall. I meant he had 4 points because he just scores. Did not goal again.
Quick, another guy who takes that healthy scratch just a little while ago. He said it was again another guy who was a healthy scratch just a little while ago. He said it was a surprise, but again another guy who takes that as motivation to be better.
He now has 5 points.
To be a little while,
15 seconds apart.
But again another guy who takes that as motivation to be better.
He now has 5 points in his last 4 games. So Gormley's got 2 points.
Great hands. And you know, when you see pros do that, we get to see them in practice. These are things that they work on all the time. Knocking pucks out. Here they go. A dump in again, trying to win the battle on the boards.
Moss checks Draisaitl, but Draisaitl fights him off, and the Oilers can get it out. This is Hunt. Long pass, caught up on the skates of Yakupov. Draisaitl controls, gets it back to Schultz.
5 guys, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 minutes on the game.
Draisaitl brings it in against Gormley. It squeezes him off, separates him from the puck, and allows David Moss, who avoids a check from Pitlick. Reeder, wide on Hunt. Snaps a shot, Foss the save. And he'll hang on to it and get the Bronx cheer from the folks here at Rexall.
So, this is what you want to do. This is something the Oilers worked on. This is a hinge. Bring the defenseman up, support it, go back to the D and go to the other side. You draw the 4 checkers over to one side, create some space on the wide side, a weak side, and then get the puck in deep. Unfortunately, you can't maintain that possession, but that's how you beat that play in the neutral zone. Bring the 4 checkers to one side, go back, support it, go back to the D and go to the other side. You draw the 4 checkers over to one side, create some space on the wide side, a weak side, and then get the puck in deep. Unfortunately, you can't maintain that possession, but that's how you beat that play in the neutral zone. Bring the 4 checkers to one side, go back to the other side. A weak side. You draw the 4 checkers over to one side, create some space on the wide side, a weak side, and then get the puck in deep. Unfortunately, you can't maintain that possession, but that's how you beat that play in the neutral zone. Bring the 4 checkers to one side, go back to the other side. It's called a hinge.
Taylor Hall fires it in. Ekman Larson gets the puck out again. Bodker lost it to Hall. Circles back in his own zone. Hall gets to the blue line and then meets McCullough as the puck drifts towards Dubnyk. Coyotes want to make a change. Second half of back-to-back games this year, the Phoenix Coyotes come in with a record of 2-3. Rombine tips it in. McMillan gets it to him again. He was checked by Arcabello. Battle in the corner ensues. Arcabello gets knocked down. The puck comes to Perron. Slips a pass to Eberle. Joining is Fane, but Mark Fane, about 10 points, did not stay onside. Rogers, Oilers hockey, breaking, would not stay onside. Rogers, Oilers hockey, right here on Sportsnet.
It's been a tough game tonight on the part of Craig McTavish and the Edmonton Oilers. There was another game going on earlier today at Macaulay Arena, about 10 minutes from Rexall. It's the Macaulay Cup, started back in 2011 by the Edmonton Police Services, and they play a game versus about 50 to 60 kids from the area. $61,000 raised from this event. It'll be used to renovate the arena, player boxes, new boards, and netting. So another good Christmas cause going into the holiday break.
Is there anything better than playing outside?
No. The ODR, man. That's where you learn. And you know, if you look at tell any kids, so there's so much structure in hockey nowadays. And there's so much structure with kids hockey nowadays. You got kids playing hockey 365 days a year. Get out of there, go out to the ODR and have some fun. That's where you're really going to be able to perfect your skills.
And you know, sometimes you have more than just 10 guys on the ice. Yeah. Everybody shows up and you got to stick handle through 15 guys.
We're playing, man. I mean, it's fun.
Gene said he used to do that on a regular basis.
Stick handle through 10 guys, yeah.
It was a knee injury that prevented him from getting to the pros, I understand.
And he was missing a talent as well.
Yes.
Other than that, a little bit more.
Fane to Everly. 20 shots for the Coyotes, 18 for the Oilers. We've got just over 13 minutes left to go in the final game of the series. Perron from a sharp angle hit the back of the net. Draisaitl back to Petrie. He'll get it to Perron off his skate that comes right to Tobias Rieder. We've talked about Draisaitl's jump. What have you thought of his game, Coach?
I really liked it. I think that he learned something upstairs watching, and you got to credit the coaching staff for giving him that feedback and saying, this is what we want from you, Leon. This is what we're hoping for you, Leon. Obviously, he watches video. We know that he watches video. We've seen him on the plane. And what he did, he came up, again, took the healthy scratches motivation, said, how can I get better? Listen to his coaches. Talking to the coaches, they say that Leon is a very coachable kid. But I like the fact he's had a little bit more spark in his legs. The 2 drives to the net were impressive.
He has won over 63% of...
Came up, again, took the healthy scratches motivation, said, how can I get better? Listen to his coaches. Talking to the coaches, they say that Leon is a very coachable kid. But I like the fact he's had a little bit more spark in his legs. The 2 drives to the net were impressive.
He has won over 63% of his faceoffs tonight as well, as Petrie lets a long shot go. Dubnyk the save. As Lucic with the shot goes. Comes down into Oilers territory, and there is Jeff Petrie to pick it up.
I'd add one more thing. He's made his line mates better tonight, too.
Klefbom back to Petrie. Oscar Klefbom gets by Doan. Drops it back for Petrie. Here's Yakupov. Quick pass to Draisaitl. Centering attempt. Gormley gets it back again. Hit the back of the net. The puck is sitting there, and we get a whistle. And then Draisaitl doing a little pushing and shoving as the net.
Draisaitl hit lip.
He'll hang on to it.
And Draisaitl been good.
Kevin Dubnyk with a glove save, and he'll hang on to it. Martin Hanzal picks up 2 points. He gets the assists on both goals in the third period.
Yeah, and their face-offs were key on those goals, just like the face-off was key on that shot to the net right there. Again, Boyd Gordon with that tough technique to beat.
Martin Hanzal, the second best face-off man in the NHL. Crombeen in a race with Petrie. PJ Crombeen and Petrie in the corner. Kevin Dubnyk with a glove save.
And makes the save. You know, the one guy at the end of the second period who had the big chances ever. He was looking skyward then as he was robbed by Elliott, but Lucic's trying to get it in down to Connor McDavid, and it actually pops out. And for Elliott, it's important to just get the face-off and settle down.
The second best face-off man in the NHL.
We'll talk here. Glenn Dolson didn't like the fact that Todd McClellan got a really late change in his opinion, and he really felt that the arm was already up, and McClellan beat. We'll talk here. Glenn Dolson didn't like the fact that Todd McClellan got a really late change in his opinion, and he really felt that the arm was already up, and McClellan maybe shouldn't have got that change. We'll talk here. Glenn Dolson.
Right there again, Boyd Gordon in the
alley. To McCulloch, wide, snaps a shot, and that one deflected off Crombeen and went just wide. Luke Gaston, along with Gordon, get the puck free and get it to Jeff Petrie. And this is not a shot at Luke Gaston, but Matt Henrich is another guy that can provide spark when a team is down. He is not feeling well.
And Luke is trying to do that.
Absolutely.
He went to the body. He was a guy that was trying to be a physical force. But the game, just because of the nature of the goals, has just gotten away from the Edmonton Oilers.
Sam Gagner, his third career 4-point night. Angel trying to get it back to the point, but instead it's intercepted by Nugent Hopkins. Nugent Hopkins with Hall, crisscrossing inside the blue line. Hall snaps that shot, and it missed the target. And all the way down the ice it comes. Seen this a couple of times with the Oilers coming down that way, taking a shot. After the puck end up in their own end.
Elliot Friedman talked about at the end of the first period on the power play where he took the shot and went all the way out of the zone. Those ones just, you know, I know we say it all the time, it's got to hit the net, but those ones you kind of want to just thump the pads if you've got a guy driving there. You don't want to try to hit the corner from that angle.
Stone Ahead to Moss. He will give it to Chipchura. Chipchura drop pass. Yandel snaps a shot, and that one goes high. Murphy waiting for it on the near side. He'll play it behind the net. It hopped over the stick of Chipchura. Right to Mark Bain. He'll get it to Everly. Everly to Nugent-Hopkins. Nugent-Hopkins right back to Jordan Everly. Across the blue line. Dishes off for Perron. He lost it. Moss. Chipchura. Checked by Klefbom. He'll play it right back to Foss. Calmly gives it to Mark Bain. Everly chips that puck in. Connor Murphy. Bumped by Arcabello. Perron hit Gormley. We talked to Mark Arcabello, too, about his physical play. Not the biggest guy, but he will throw hits. Petrie can't control that one, and here comes Antoine Vermette 2-on-1 with Shane Doan. Vermette to Doan. Couldn't get that one-timer. Vermette trying to get it to Doan, who hasn't scored in a dozen games.
Justin Schultz played that pretty well, actually. He was enough of a distraction for Shane Doan that he couldn't get anything on that shot.
Pitlick, Draisaitl, and Yakupov on the ice now. Pitlick throwing his weight around. He has done that very well for the Oilers. He had 6 hits in that game against Dallas.
Tyler doesn't fool around. He knows that he has to come out with some grit and some energy and do exactly that.
He is averaging about 4 hits a game. Rogers, Oilers hockey, last game before Christmas. 4-1 Oilers. Tonight's Outstanding Play is brought to you by Remax. Outstanding agents, outstanding results.
On our Outstanding Play, it's this play right here. The pass by Shane Doan and the shot by Keith Yandel. The reason this is such a good play is how smart both players are. Yandel, the path he takes to get open, and Doan, the patience and recognition to find the right guy at the right time. And, of course, the finish by Keith Yandel is spectacular.
That was the third goal for the Phoenix Coyotes. They have added 2 in the third period. Gormley and Gagne just 13 seconds apart. And that's where we sit with 8:43 left to go in regulation time. The shots are even. Each team has had 20. Yandel flicks it in the opposite corner. Foss to Pitlick. Draisaitl is checked by Gagne, who gets it to Stone. Stone around the boards as the Coyotes make a change. A chance for Pitlick. Pitlick across the blue line. His shot. Walker saved. Yakupov looking for the rebound. That was cut off by Connor Murphy. And back the other way comes Kyle Chipchura. Chipchura. To the middle it goes. Hunt to Gazdic. Off his stick. Gormley. And played that to David Moss, who was a couple of feet offside. Gino Murphy. And back the other way comes Kyle Chipchura. Here comes Patrick Earl. Chipchura. To the middle it goes. Hunt to Gazdic. Off his stick. Gormley. And played that to David Moss.
8 points for Patrick Earl. 5-1 Oilers. Sorry.
Another turnover. Tyler Pitlick takes advantage. And it's 2 Edmonton. And this is almost a bad read by Larson. He gets caught flat-footed. Allows his man to go through the play by Russell breaking it up. Quick transition game, and sometimes simpler is better. This is a simple play where you're looking for pass all the way. Instead of making the pass, the quick release gets under the arm of Elliott. For Elliott, a disappointing start. This one goes right underneath. He overplayed it to the outside, and he found room underneath the elbow. Tyler Pitlick's been a 5-year pro, and just about every time he gets close to being a regular. Played it to the outside, and he found room underneath the elbow. Tyler Pitlick's been a 5-year pro, and just about every time he gets close to being a regular, he's been hurt, and he's in this opening night lineup. This one, quick release gets under the arm of Elliott. For Elliott, a disappointing start. This one goes right underneath the elbow.
The Gazdic off his stick. Gormley scores. Played that to David Moss, who after that goal for the Oilers.
Now it's a bucket to 2.
Winner Watch Future Sportsnet telecast. You could win an all-inclusive trip for 2 to a Grand Bahia. Future Sportsnet telecast. You could win an all-inclusive trip for 2 to a Grand Bahia Principe Resort, courtesy of redtag.ca, where Canada shops for great travel deals. And speaking of deals, how about this jersey for Gage Latimer, 9 years old. Big fan of Devin Dubnyk. In Phoenix earlier this year, he had Devin sign it. It's a trip for 2 to a Grand Bahia Principe Resort, courtesy of redtag.ca, where Canada shops for great travel deals. Speaking of deals, how about this jersey for Gage Latimer, 9 years old. Big fan of Devin Dubnyk. In Phoenix earlier this year, he had Devin sign it. Half as an owner, half as a Coyote, so it was guaranteed win rate for him either way.
Great hit by Minnesota on Gordon. Chimchura out in front. It gets by him. Minnesota and Moss come together. Keep our eye on Steve Minnesota. And a penalty coming up to Chimchura. And a penalty coming up to Chimchura as he took the shorts down in the corner. The Oilers will get their 5th power play. They have generated a total of 8 shots for the man advantage, but have not been able to solve Devin Dubnyk.
Kyle Chimchura arguing this call, but you see the stick just takes the edge of the skate of Justin Schultz and just slips it underneath a little bit and over edges if there's such a thing, and then down goes. It's when you over edge, you lose it. And that's what he did.
18 power play for the Oilers in the season series against the Coyotes. They have scored twice as that might was out of play. Moss is going to hand somebody a early Christmas present as he flips it to the guy right behind them. He took the puck and called him a bum. No, he wouldn't do that.
Switch to coffee ship. HTTPS
Yeah, all of a sudden, becoming a favorite player.
Absolutely. Always been a Moss fan.
Heading 11, October 12th,
Nugent against Joe Vitale. Vitale wins it. Chuckman Larson gets Everly.
YouTube video.
And the Oilers will regroup. Foss and leave it there for Larson to Vitale. Vitale and McMillan up front on the penalty kill is Everly. Drop pass for Hall. Hall gets to the blue line, takes a hit from McMillan. Dubnyk plays it, but he gave it right to Hall. Fires a shot. Another blocker save for Devin Dubnyk. Hall's got the puck again. Hall back to the point. Hunt moves to the middle. Gives it to Hall. Hall snaps a shot up high. Dubnyk the save. The rebound comes right in front of Devin Dubnyk. And he will cover it up with Teddy McMillan. Dubnyk the puck. 1-2 result is Devin Dubnyk. Hall snaps a shot up high. Dubnyk the save. The rebound comes right in front of Devin Dubnyk. And he will cover it up with Teddy Purcell and Nugent Hopkins right there. The game review is brought to you by The Brick, saving you more on furniture, mattresses, appliances, and big screen TVs.
What a game for Sam Gagner coming back to his old team. He's got 4 points. 3rd time he's done it. Fan scrimmage allows 2 goals the first 3 shots. One of them I'm going to give him a break. The first one, though, really set the tone of the game. And the winless streak, the long time without a win, continues for the Oilers. It's tough right now. A break. The first one, though, really set the tone of the game. And the winless streak, the long time without a win, continues for the Oilers. It's tough right now. Oh, almost scored on himself right there. That's one from that.
Bouncing puck comes to Foss. And he will leave it there for Hunt. Just over a minute of power play time remaining for the Oilers as Nugent Hopkins goes to Hall. He was checked by Dole. Hunt keeps it in at the blue line to Everly. Everly back to Hunt. Hunt winds, takes the shot, gives it to Hall. Hall to the middle for Nugent Hopkins looking for a tip. But it's sent down the ice by Gormley. The Coyotes kind of into this game on a 5-game winning streak here in Edmonton against the Oilers.
They had only won 2 of their last 12 games. Both of them against the Edmonton Oilers. Now it's 3-13. They got players in it. Potential 3-13.
Here's Draisaitl. Pass for Petrie just out of his reach. The player on the board, Chuckman Larson intercepts and sends it to length. Sent it away. Oilers now with 24 shots. Schultz to Perron. David Perron across the blue line. Dishes to Draisaitl. Leon Draisaitl. Patrick Berreau from the corner. 80 points of the salon. Gives it to him. He gives it right to Schultz. Schultz walks in. Slap pass to Perron. The penalty is over as he tries to bank it in. It sits on the blue paint. Neil Yakupov hit by a break.
Nifty idea.
Neil Yakupov and David Perron are trying to get together for a goal, but Duke shuts the door. We'll be back after this. Rogers Oilers hockey on the net.
On the ice and behind the scenes with the Chicago Blackhawks and the Washington Capitals is featured in episode number 2 of the Road to the 2015 Bridgestone NHL Winter Classic. Watch it later this evening on Sportsnet West, and I will be after our Oilers telecast at 9 p.m. Mountain.
Our stats man, Dave Moyer, I think, is working that game, aren't you? The Winter Classic. Are you getting to do any outdoor games this year? You're getting to do one. All right. Oh, yes. He'll be in San Francisco.
For the Levi Stadium.
Yeah, I won't have to be wearing the parka.
With the LA Kings sporting the white pants.
Yeah, a little different. Louis Jean and I got to do a game in Hamilton between the Marlies and the Bulldogs. It was a little cooler than it will be in San Francisco. Even the big polar bear was wearing a coat that day.
That's what makes it real special. Okay.
This is Yakupov against Yandel. Out in front it comes, but Chipchura is there to clear it away. Chipchura gains the line and takes a hit from Yakupov, went right into the Oilers bench. The door was open. And Chipchura not happy. Gazdic coming in. Yakupov gave Chipchura a shot just as the line change was happening, and Chipchura ended up being an Oiler for a second.
So Neil Yakupov is going to finish the check, and they're actually a little bit late. In fact, it's completely interference and a little shot on Kyle Chipchura, and the bench gate was open. And right away, Luke Gazdic came over and stopped things. So, yeah, it's a little bit of a nasty little shot. And if the gate wasn't open, this maybe, nobody would think twice about it. Chipchura would have just came back, but Kyle's okay. He wasn't going at a high rate of speed, which was good. He would have been injured if that would have happened.
Second power play for the Coyotes. Martin Erat. Along with Hansel and Gagne. Here's Gagne. 2 cracks, 3 cracks. Pass to save. Puck loose. Cleared by Petrie. And that one goes out of play. But it was tipped before it went out.
Sam Gagne, 2007. Most points from that class. Patrick Kane. Jacob Voracek, who was just absolutely taken off this year thanks to Claude Giroux and how much he made him and the kind of player he's made him. Jamie Benn. Really?
So when you look at the London Knights and a line from the London Knights, you're looking at Gagne and Kane.
I showed you I should kind of work on my draft a little bit. Jamie Benn was 129th overall. Wow. 302 points for Jamie Benn.
Now, was he hurt that year? On his draft year?
That is phenomenal. Oh, penalty coming up again. Head court on 4.
Boys the hit from Nugent Hopkins. The hit from Nugent. Plays it back to the other. McCulloch. Vermette. Lost it. Nugent Hopkins and Eberle are up front. Schultz. Neat little pass there to Hunt. Trying to find Nugent Hopkins. He was checked. Doan could have been by himself. He gathers the puck up now and starts in. Shane Doan lays it back to Ekman Larson and pass to McCulloch. McCulloch can't get it by Nugent Hopkins. He and Petrie, great quick sticks. Schultz to Nugent Hopkins. Nugent Hopkins. Schultz up top for Ferentz, off his skate, and it comes right to Hansel. Hansel moving in with Gagne. Hall lost it to Hansel. Eberle in supporting. Gagne with the puck now. Gagne backhand, bust. The save. Hansel the rebound, almost put it home. Gagne plays it back. This is Yandel. Here goes cross ice. Stone wasn't expecting it. Gagne with it now. Gives it to Stone. Stone to the corner. Hands it. Look at Yandel jump up in the play. Centered in front. Gagne will pick it up. He's got Ferentz watching him as it comes to Yandel. He couldn't get it to settle down, and then the centering pass went off ball. Penalty is over. Yakupov's back on the ice. 14 seconds of power play time remaining for the Oilers. And here is Hall right down the middle. Dishes to Yakupov. Cross ice. Draisaitl shot. Dubnyk makes the save.
Feels like the save.
Sam Gagne, 4 points already. And the Coyotes have been looking for Sam to have a breakout game, something that's going to spark the rest of his time with the Arizona Coyotes. He's had a terrific game tonight. And Taylor Hall brings the puck up. Will play across the blue line. Leon Draisaitl coming in late, but Devin Dubnyk gets across in time. The key on that play is Draisaitl just timing that entry into the zone. His entry, the third guy into the zone.
Next keyword.
Another face-off.
Sliders. 1 hour 38 minutes 45. 1 hour 38.
To the box. Coyotes now 0 for 6 with a man advantage.
0%
For 19 in the season series. Perron back to the point. Klefbom waits for traffic. Takes a shot. Steered aside by Devin Dubnyk. Martin Erat plays it off the boards, and Reeder picks it up. Tobias Reeder snaps a shot, and that one goes up.
Gets up.
Fourth victory on the road. Looks like they're going to get their 7th victory away from the desert. And Dave Tippett loves coaching against the Edmonton Oilers. Came into the game 19-2-3. McMillan to Vitale. That goes wide from Bean. To Vitale behind the net. He'll come back to Yandel. Yandel and Stone at the point. Yandel sifts it through. Opportunity for Crombeen. And it is kind of piece of the post for that shot.
A little bit on the outside, I think.
Gazda at center. Chips it in. He'll go after it himself. Dubnyk waiting for it. Gazda will get there first. Stone ties him up. Supporting is Everly. Snapping a shot. It is Arcabello when he put it just wide. Klefbom throws it towards the net. That one didn't get through.
Level 3.
The Coyotes 6th in the league in block shots.
Edmonton.
And offside.
2017.
Oh, that was glove to head.
2, 5, 6, 1, 201.
Frustrating night for the Edmonton Oilers.
2018.
And I think it's the nature of the goals and how they went in that just changed the complexion of this game.
Watch tab item.
When you look at the goals, how many of them, especially early, were harder goals? Too easy for the Coyotes.
0%
And then that just takes you right out of your game plan. I don't care what kind of team you are. Good team, bad team, in the middle. Those kind of goals will just disrupt everything.
Goals for
Arcabello shot over the play. Stumbling was Klefbom and gets by him. Coyotes are going to win their 12th game. 5 of those victories have come against the Oilers. It's either been an offensive display by the Coyotes or very tight. They've had 2-1 games in this series, including a game that went to overtime. But in those other 3, the Coyotes have scored 7, 5, and 5.
Chop David Perron over with.
He's back.
It's the change.
0% for
A 3-game.
Tonight you walk away from this game.
That
3, 2,
this
0% vertically.
sure not happy. Gazda coming in. And the season series between these two teams is also done. Dubnyk makes the save. Oilers win it. Dubnyk 5-2.
Goals for the large
To a perfect 3-0 against
43 minutes,
47, as he now has 7 victories on the season. And the Arizona Coyotes snap a 3-game losing streak on the road.
1 hour, 42 minutes, 36 seconds. 1 hour, 44 minutes, 4 seconds.
You saw some Oilers take the step forward. Tonight you walk away from this game before Christmas with more questions and a step backwards.
5-1 the final here. So the hockey game is done. Time to think about that big jolly man coming down the chimney.
1 hour, using video player.